Hi, I'm John and welcome back to my Lair of Action Figures. Today is going to be a quick review of the new Hot Toy figure coming out, and this is going to be Han Solo from The Empire Strikes Back. It is a bit of a weird title that they decided to give to this figure and not give him a more appropriate title to where it is in Episode 5, of course, that's Empire Strikes Back. So they decided to go with it because it's a mix between two different figures, because you can make, of course, this version or you can make the Bespin. Let's go into some more of the pictures that have been released by Hot Toys today. So as you can see, we have the Bespin look of Han Solo. Of course, you have some other not glove hands, but regular hands that you're going to see. One big problem that I do have with Hot Toys, I mean, it is very nice of you giving us this nice background in the back. We should have got a cockpit for the Millennium Falcon by you guys, but you never made it. So, well, going to add it to the list of the many stuff that you haven't made. But if you don't want to make it, I can see the reasoning maybe behind of it, the cost, the shipping, and with all what's going on currently in North America, well, I should say the US with the tariffs, it could be something that would not be that interesting for now. But you could have done this as a cutout cardboard box version of it, a bit like a display panel that you could put behind the figure. That would have made sense to include it with it, but hey, that's an idea. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that in the comment section. So we have kind of a high up stand who's a bit of a disappointment, I would say, because if you're going to be doing this kind of different stands, try to keep them maybe uniform. So when you want to do maybe a shelf with your Han Solos or other figures from Empire Strikes Back, that they all have the same kind of support and not changing them around. So as you can see, he has the winter vest, he has the goggles over here. He does have his blaster. So here is a close-up of his head sculpt, and I must say the head sculpt is pretty amazing. The figure does look, well, I mean, it does look like Harrison Ford, so cannot really complain about it. The only thing looks like the haircut looks more like of not Empire Strikes Back, but more of the look he had in A New Hope, who's episode 4. So yeah, it's a pretty neat one. Could be added to the Han Solo, the one I have with Chewbacca. Could be a pretty decent head sculpt to exchange. But yeah, I think there's something a bit off with the hair. Don't remember him having such lines on the hair over here. And yeah, that's something who's a bit, needs maybe a bit tweaking a little bit. But otherwise, the head sculpt is perfect. I mean, this is an incredible head sculpt. And giving us the separate rolling eyeballs is not too bad on this figure, but I guess this is something that comes with every figure right now. So here's some more pictures of him over here. It is a bit strange that they decided to do many of the pictures with the gloved hands on. So yeah, why not? But you can see the way the hair goes. It does not look like the ones you get from the original figure. But yeah, here you do have the Bespin Han Solo that everybody was asking for. So over here you have the picture of how you could pose them in the different outfits. So yeah, it's really good news for us, because this is something that a lot of people were asking. Now, of course, some people were asking for the half version. Well, I don't really care about it. I have the Sideshow one, I have the blue vest, brown vest. Be doing a review for those guys later on. But yeah, as you can see, they did a pretty good job on this figure over here. Now, I wanted to keep this picture for last. I think this is pretty interesting accessories to give to the figure. But again, like I said, if you don't have the drop board behind, this cardboard, this is pretty useless. And also, if you wanted to go onto it, why not do like what Hasbro did with the figure? As you can see over here, the head does not fall in the same way, and he seems to have a lot more hair than on the first one. And here you get the welding mask that is of course the one that Princess Leia uses, so that would have been a nice little accessory to give on top of it. So of course you can see this is Echo Bay's outfit from when he's repairing the Falcon, so he also uses that at that moment on the Falcon. That's when the stuff blows up when Chewbacca starts the engine and he's talking to a droid because they're looking for Commander Skywalker, who didn't come back. Anyway, I'm not going to, this is not spoilers, because if you haven't seen the movie now, it's been out for over 40 years, so you can't really call it a spoil on it. But I think that would have been a nice little extra accessory that Hot Toys could have included with this figure. So, coming up to the end of the review of this figure, we have, of course, the picture of the figure itself with everything that it comes with. Of course, you have the little mask over here, who's a nice little wing, because this is when they fly in this cavern, who's not a cavern, it's a creature, a alien worm that lives on an asteroid, in the asteroid belt. So, yeah, there's a few nice little accessories on it. I think we could have got maybe a few little extra hands on it over here. And like I said, I think that the hair flows a bit differently than the one that we normally have with it. But yeah, I do think in general the figure is very interesting. Now, a part that I normally don't do about it is, do I think this is going to be a collectible figure? And my answer is yes and no. The reason I'm saying yes, sadly, Harrison Ford is not getting any younger, and if you have seen him in the latest movies, like Captain America Brave New World, well, he doesn't seem to be doing that great, and I don't know why did they cast him in that role, because I don't know if he's going to be reprising his role over there, but he's not getting any younger, and the fact that he could pass away, I do not wish him to pass away, but it is something that you have to always keep in mind when you're talking about a figure. Now, over here, Hot Toys or any other brand does have a big advantage due to the fact that all the actors did sign over their likeness when they were hired by Lucas. So technically, you could still make a Han Solo figure or a few Han Solo figures after he passed away. But again, this is something that you may want to take into consideration. Now, I'm a bit surprised that Hot Toys didn't also go with the rooted hair for this figure, because this could have worked out also. Who's a bit surprising that they didn't want to do it on this figure. It could have been even give it a bit an extra value for it. So yeah, that's one of the parts. And the reason I'm saying no, it's for it because for now, we don't know what else is coming out. Are we going to get another version of this Han Solo figure coming out at a later time? So it's all of this is something that depends on what Hot Toys does. And today they can announce this, and in 1 week they could announce us that they're going to be doing some kind of artisan version of this Han Solo. So that's why I'm going to be a bit more skeptical on the part of no for the collectible value of it. Now the question is, will I pick it up? Yeah, I think I might go with it. Like I said, I'm going to wait and see if there's not going to be this woolly haired version of it, because that seems to be something that on this one I'll be kind of curious to see what it's going to give. And also, this is a prototype, so again, prototypes can change over time. So yeah, for now, if there's no other version, yeah, I guess I will be going for this figure, because of course I'm a huge fan of the original trilogy. So that's going to be it for my thoughts about the new Hot Toy Han Solo Empire Strikes Back version of it. If you like this kind of video, please leave a like, share, comment in the section. Also go to the comment section, let's start a conversation around this figure. Tell me if you agree with my review about this figure, and let's start this conversation around this figure. Also, if you want to go and check out some stuff that I have for sale, or some news or other parts, go to my Facebook page or Instagram page. You can find the links in the description. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!